everyone. Thank you so much for coming to class. We will get started right away in a physical posture where we'll sit and kind of just let ourselves settle for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to have you lay on your stomach and you can cross your forearms and rest your forehead into the arms and then let your legs spread a little bit wider. This is Makarasana. So start to kind of find your comfortable expression of this pose. If you are pregnant, you can add the option to do child's pose instead and to alternate. If we are in here too long, you can switch to a different posture. So in Makarasana, we have this unique opportunity to feel the physicality of the breath. Inhale, feel the belly pushes against the mat. And exhale, feel it soften towards the spine. We'll soften all effort in this pose as you settle into the intention of creating depth in your breath. And that breath takes you inward to our theme of today's class, which is all about creating space for our intuition. And why do we need to create space for our intuition? Because the same way that we receive messages from the body, first in whispers and then maybe later through injury or pain, we usually get little messages first. But we don't take as much time for those little messages as we do for injury or for pain, until it becomes a big thing. And that goes for almost every area of our life as well, is that we fill every single moment with our phones, with distraction. It's such a huge piece of our 2020 learnings, is the way that we fill the empty space. And so we take our class today to hold the emptiness so that we may receive inspiration, wisdom, and messages from our intuition. And when I say that from our intuition, it's from our consciousness. That through our yogic practices, we disentangle aspects of our mind and consciousness so that we can receive the wisdom of consciousness, which carries divinity, which is divinity, more clearly, maybe louder, and to the point where we listen, where we take action. So I'm going to be giving you cues as we flow through this practice, but I'm also holding a lot of space for silence. And in that moment of silence, I want you to allow whatever is showing up, whatever pops to the surface of the mind, whatever thoughts, whatever distractions, allow them to be there. Look at them. These are a part of this message of today's class. So we don't need to push anything down or be completely empty, but we make space for what is. We clear out and gather our energy from past experiences, from future hopes and expectations, and gather our energy into the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out. If it feels right to you, you can in this moment call in your spirit team, your spirit guides, whoever you connect with in the spirit realm that helps guide and protect you. Where does your mind go in the stillness? Last breath in this posture. You can slowly make your way up to tabletop position. So before we find Makarasana, just invite some intuitive movement from tabletop in the spine, shoulders, head, neck, pelvis. And then neutral tabletop. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round back to child's pose. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Slow transitions. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, slow transition to downward dog. And keep going between these poses. Child's pose, downward dog. Consider the length and duration, the qualities of your breath. Is the inhale longer? Is the exhale longer? Consider every single muscle your body needs to engage to consciously and slowly transition from pose to pose. Consider where you're holding most of the tension, where there's already ease. Keep flowing, finding the ease, finding the effort, combining the posture, one to the other. And then we'll meet in downward dog. So take your time to head to downward dog. And roll to the balls of the feet, sink to the heels. Right leg raises into the air, circle the ankle. And then big step forward, drop your back knee, untuck the toes. So from here, we're going to rise up into a kneeling lunge. So instead of taking our full depth in this point, just knee over ankle-ish. And we'll flow with the arms. Inhale, exhale, cactus pose. Inhale, breathe into the upper back as the arms fold in front. Exhale, sweep the arms down, lift and open. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fold in front. Exhale, sweep down. One more, inhale, arms up. Cactus. Fold in front. And down. Here we come down. And we'll bring the arms to the inside of the right foot. Sink the hips forward and down a little bit. Now, especially if you're a pretty mobile person, don't just sink everything down, but kind of resist this. So we're staying like 5 or 10% engaged, and more so focus on your breath. Where's the effort? Where's the ease? And what is going on in the mind? And from here, step back with the right legs. We're in tabletop position. Inhale, open. Exhale, child's pose. Couple rounds of chakra Makarasana again. Inhale, open. Down, dog. 2 more full rounds. We'll go through child's pose one more time. Tabletop. Downward dog. Left leg raises, circle the ankle. Step it forward. Drop your back knee, rise up, adjust if you need to, get the legs in order so the hips can square. Find the right distance between the legs, right for you. And we'll do 3 rounds of the arms with breath. So inhale, exhale, cactus. Inhale, fold in front. Exhale, sweep down. 2 more rounds with breath. One more round. And come down, arms to the inside of the front leg. Sink the hips forward and down. Maybe you'll need a little more length between the legs. And again, instead of sinking completely, we'll kind of hold some strength here, a little bit of resistance. Find your breath, find the ease. Maybe that's a softening of the jaw, a softening of the knuckles, toes. As we create space for intuition, we first are giving our body an energy shake-up, where we're clearing blockages and clearing stagnancy so that we can rest in deeper ease. from here, head to your stomach. Back to Makarasana. So the legs wide, arms crossed, forehead, relax. And feel belly pressing, hand releasing, using that physical pressure. And notice what you're already awakening with your practice. What kind of changes are happening in your body? And then we move throughout our practice to more and more subtle levels of experience. One or two more breaths here. Hands to the sides of the chest, ground through the tops of the feet. Stay hip distance apart with the feet. Shoulders down and back. And we'll flow through some dynamic baby cobra. So an inhale, opening, lifting the chest. Exhale, lower. And a couple of rounds. Maybe you're just flowing with breath. Maybe you're going higher or deeper in the back bend. A lot of our practice is kind of leading us into the strong, active back bending where we create more heart space. And then rise up. Tuck the toes, downward dog. And walk forward to a standing forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up to standing, arms reach up. And release the arms. Okay. So now we're going to do several rounds of our L salute. It's a lunge salute, and it has 2 different sides. And so we're going to do 3 together and have you do 3 on your own with your own breath. And if you don't feel like you get the pattern after 3 rounds, you can just kind of get as close as you can and make it up. It doesn't really matter. It's our intention behind it. So hip distance apart with the feet. Inhale, standing back bend, and for this, we don't want the rib cage, the butt to go back and rib cage forward. Instead, we want the hips to shift forward a little bit, the rib cage to lift and lean back, and our core to be strong and support us here. Slowly fold forward, halfway lift. Right leg steps back, drop the knee. We're kind of taking our time for these rounds instead of just one breath and movement. So kneeling lunge, arms up, squared hips so the legs engage back to the pelvis, length in the whole torso, and then start to add a back bend. And let's take 3 breaths. And then from here, we'll step forward, hands interlace, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, reach up, standing back bend. Switch sides, fold forward. Halfway lift. Left leg back, drop the knee, rise up. And take a couple of breaths to build your back bend, build the stability from the legs up. And remember this length, elongation, because we're creating space. And then after our 3rd breath, step forward, hands interlaced, standing forward fold. Chair pose. Deepen. Reach up, standing back bend. Neutral, palms touch. heart center. Good job. Take a moment here, close your eyes or find a gaze point. Notice your breath, notice the grounding of your feet. Consider the space we're creating in the body and in the mind. If the mind no longer needs to be occupied with the messages of the body, we can go deeper. 2 more rounds together. Inhale, reach up, standing back bend. Exhale, slower movement, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, right leg steps back, drop the knee, rise up. 1 more breath. Exhale, step forward, hands interlace. Inhale, chair. Deepen. Standing back bend. Slow motion fold forward. Halfway lift. Left leg steps back, drop the knee, rise up. 1 more breath in. Exhale, step forward, hands behind your back. Chair. Deepen. Back bend. Heart center. Let's do 1 more right away. Back bend, reach your arms up. Slowly fold. Lengthening your exhale, halfway lift as you breathe in. Right leg steps back, drop the knee. Option to take 1 inhale and go straight to the forward fold, or take an extra breath or 2. This is where we start to make it our own. Chair. Deepen. Back bend. Switch sides. And remember, it's not about the pose, but how you're getting there, your pathway. We're going to do 3 more rounds. So we just did 3 together, and do 3 more on your own. So again, if you don't feel like you have it, that's fine. You have the gist of it. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. The right leg is going to go back first. Again, maybe you want to take 1 inhale and go straight forward. Maybe you want to take several breaths building the back bend, if that's what you need. Interlacing the hands, chair, deepen, rise up, and switch sides for 1 complete round. Add if you want to, adapt. And then do 2 more rounds after this left side. Take your time, there's no rush to get anywhere. Be present with not only your breath, but the pathways and engagements of your body. And notice the qualities of your mind as you enter this flow. Maybe the eyes stay open and concentrate, maybe they close. And if you finish that third round, we'll just stand up for a moment in Tadasana with the eyes closed, centering into the breath. So we'll just meet there as we're all at different paces, taking different amounts of breath per movement. When we are in Tadasana, mountain pose, feel a washing, like a waterfall entering through the crown of the head, washing through you. And we're going to do this arm movement as if we are kind of washing our body with slow moving water. So we're going to gather the energy, the water, and pour it over us. And however you want to sweep your hands through your energetic field, you can touch your body, sweeping down to the floor, to the feet. And do this 2 more times with your breath. There's no right or wrong. And then we'll make our way into one more lunge pose. We're actually almost done with our physical movement, as most of our practice is in the second half of meditation and Shavasana. We'll inhale, arms reach up, fold forward, halfway lift, right leg steps back, drop the knee. Good. Take some space between your legs, so maybe more than we have allowed in the past in our other poses. And we're going to plant the right hand to the inside. And first I want you to really engage both legs back to the pelvis. And we're going to twist towards our inner thigh and then bend the back knee. So lots of options depending on what you need. If you need hamstring strengthening, which I suspect many of us do, you can just squeeze heel to butt and feel the hamstring strengthen and get a twist. You can also reach for the ankle if that is something you want to try. You can see what feels better. Maybe a combination of hand and the squeezing of heel to butt, so you're staying engaged. Stay with your breath. Unwind. Step back to a downward dog. And hold here, evening out the hips. Connecting to your smoother breaths. Three more breaths here, down, down. Left leg steps forward. Right leg steps forward now. Okay, so we're switching sides. You know better than I do. Left foot plants to the inside of the foot, and again, instead of splaying open, we're staying engaged, keeping the knee kind of hugging into the side body. Twisting first, shoulder engaged, that one that has the weight, instead of sinking into it, we'll kind of press the floor, press into the floor, and drop the shoulder a little. And then bend that back knee. Maybe you're reaching for the ankle, maybe just working that hamstring strength. Big breaths. Challenge yourself with this pose. Slowly come out of it. Find your way back to a downward dog for another long hold here. You can always have a nice deep bend in the knees, pressing through all parts of the hand. Settle into breath. Move into deeper inner awareness. Drop to the knees. Knees go wide. Big toes touch. Child's pose. Forehead to the mat, or you can raise the mat by using a block. And then rise up. And find easy pose. It's a cross-legged position. Just gonna take a moment here and integrate how you feel, integrate the changes you've made in your body in this short amount of time. And then we'll inhale, arms up. And exhale, twist one direction, hand opposite knee. You're gonna find this centered pelvis, not leaning back or forward, grounding through the sit bones, and then let the spine extend up from that, including the head just floating on top of the neck. Take expansive breaths here. One more deep breath, all the way full, all the way empty. Just reach up and switch sides. Soaking in the silence and the spaciousness you create. Last big breath, all the way in, all the way empty. And then reach up. Circle the wrists, both directions as you lower the arms. All right, so now we're going to do a breathing practice, Nadi Shodena. So I like to take the right hand and do this. You tuck the pointer and middle finger either into the palm, or you can touch the pointer and middle finger to the forehead if that helps you. And we use the ring finger and the thumb to close off the nostrils. And I'll guide us through this, so we're going to do this for a couple minutes, so you'll kind of get the hang of it. If you need to, it's nice sometimes to grab something to sit on to elevate the hips, so it's less of a stretch for you. Okay, take a breath in. Exhale all the air out, and at the bottom of the exhale, thumb closes the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Switch and exhale through the right. Back in through the right. Out the left. In the left. Switch, exhale right. Back in through the right. Switch after every inhale. Switch after the inhale. And keep going and just switch nostrils at the top of the inhale as you exhale. Switch after inhale. One more complete round. You can move the hands and breathe in and out through both nostrils evenly. And acknowledge spaciousness, quiet. Slowly make your way down onto your back for Shavasana. So we are going to do a little longer practice, not like half an hour Shavasana, but if you feel like you might get cold, if you have to pause and run to the bathroom, if you need to do anything to get as comfortable as possible, you can grab a pillow for under the knees or head, just lay on your back and get very cozy. And as you get settled in, take 5 deep breaths, all the way full, all the way empty. And we're going to rotate consciousness throughout your body. And at each point, you can just consciously soften or relax that part of your body. You can visualize a light, a star, whatever just helps you focus your awareness there without tensing up. So we start in the center of the forehead, the third eye. Relax. Pit of the throat. Relax. Right shoulder. Right elbow. Right wrist. Tip of the right thumb. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Fifth finger. Right wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder. Pit the throat. Left shoulder. Relax. Left elbow. Left wrist. Tip of the left thumb. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Fifth finger. Relax. Left wrist. Left elbow. Relax. Left shoulder. Pit of the throat. Heart center. Navel center. Base of the spine. Right hip, relax. Right knee, soften. Right ankle, relax. Tip of the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, base of the spine, left hip, left knee, left ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip, base of the spine, navel center, heart center, throat center, third eye, in the middle of the forehead. And take a few moments to visualize each of those points that we visited, and visualize a constellation of stars of your body lit up at each of these points. Notice how bright these stars shine, the constellation they make as they connect point to point. And feel this light shining beyond the points, shining out of your body. So you are bright and filled with so much light. And this light is spaciousness. Deep breaths in and out. And take one breath to slowly roll over to either side of your body. And on the side of your body, take a full breath in and hold your breath at the top. Just feel this expansion, this fullness. And when you're ready to exhale, feel it all release and let go until you're empty, and then do 2 more breaths like that. Breathing into your full and holding it, stretching out your capacity for that inhale. Letting it out when you need to, and 1 more breath. And then you can slowly make your way up to your comfortable seated posture for our meditation. And this is a meditation on the 3rd eye, which can help us connect to and activate our intuition now that we've created this space in our body and space in our mind. We connect to our intuition through this 3rd eye meditation. And so we connect to this seated, almost like a pyramid, our body in this easy pose or cross-legged position, like a channel to receive information. We feel the stacking of the spine, connecting to that sense of effortlessness. Maybe making Gyan Mudra with your hands, with the thumb and the pointer finger just gently touch, and you can rest the palms down so that the hands can relax really easily into that position. And find ease in all of the muscles in the face. And here we bring our awareness to the surface of the forehead, between the eyebrows and a little above. And as we inhale, we withdraw the awareness to the middle of the brain. And as we exhale, we bring the awareness back to the surface of the forehead. We inhale, it's between the temples, just the middle of the brain, and exhale back to the surface of the forehead. And we're just traveling with our breath in and out, middle and surface. And don't try to control the breath. Just simply receive this flow, however long or short the breaths are. You're following the breaths instead of creating them. And you may notice certain sensations in that space of the third eye. And don't try to judge anything, or if you're getting a lack of experience, don't judge whatever is there. We just make space. We increase our awareness. We notice. And then unrelated to breath, we're going to, instead of a slow back and forth, we're going to feel energy pulsing, midbrain, forehead, midbrain, forehead, midbrain, forehead, at the perfect pace for you. So you will know what that pulsing of energy and awareness feels like, not related to any speed of your breath. And then don't try to control anything. No more pulsing. Just rest in the energy you've created. And in this space, you have the option to just rest, to ask a question of your intuition, or to plant the seed of an intention. Whatever is calling out to you, a question for your intuition, resting in this space, or plant the seed of a manifestation you are calling in. And pulse your awareness back and forth, midbrain, forehead, forehead. And then with your breath, once again, inhale, midbrain. Exhale, forehead. Slower, deeper breaths. heart. Slowly draw the hands together, rub them until you feel some warmth. And then cup the eyes. Feel this transfer of heat and energy. Cup the ears, the sides of the neck. Massage down. Hands at heart center. And slowly blink the eyes open. And I thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Have a wonderful day.